The lead investigator in the Senzo Meyiwa murder case, Brigadier Bongani Gininda, told the High Court in Pretoria there were no bank transactions from Kelly Khumalo to the men accused of the football star's murder. Meyiwa was killed in an alleged hit that the state believes was ordered by his then-girlfriend, Kelly Khumalo. Lead investigator Gininda, under cross-examination by the lawyer for accused number 4, telling the court that the money was paid in cash. Accused number 4, Mtobesi Ncube, and the 4 others are on trial for the 2014 murder. Let's get the latest now. Linda Mnisi has been following proceedings for us, and he joins us live in studio this afternoon. Linda, good afternoon to you. So, a few things today. Perhaps one that stands out, at least for me, is that it's not the first time that we are hearing that an arrest warrant was sought against Kelly Khumalo. As to the nature of that warrant, where things are regarding that, is that still up in the air? What do we know about that?
You'd recall that Brigadier Bongani Gininda told the court that his initial intentions was to charge Kelly Khumalo along with the 5 accused persons that are in the dock. However, the prosecutors who are involved in this matter asked him to stop and go and look for more information, do more investigations pertaining to Kelly Khumalo, and that is why he did not proceed with that particular warrant of arrest, because he did say he filed an affidavit in which he detailed, you'd recall that affidavit was read in court, where he detailed Kelly Khumalo's alleged involvement and the alleged links that she allegedly has with the accused, and this also includes the cell phone text between herself and her sister in which she was expressing frustration and, the words, getting rid of him being used. And he says it's clear that what she meant in those messages was getting rid of Senzo. Now, today, this thing comes back again, Oli, and what the lawyer for accused number 4, that's Mthokoziseni Mapisa, is asking is what the status of Kelly Khumalo is, because you recall there is the issue around the cell phone that was allegedly stolen during the robbery. Yeah. So does that then make her a complainant? But now there's also the issue of she is the alleged mastermind. So what is her status really in this particular matter? And what Brigadier Bongani Gininda says is that she is still a person of interest, and she, that's where it is, and that's where, it stands.
And then the question around money. There were no bank transactions from Kelly Khumalo to the alleged murderers. However, a statement is said that money was paid in cash. Who paid?
Well, that's an interesting, question, because he was asked about who paid this particular money. And what Brigadier Bongani Gininda says is that in the confession statement, it is clearly indicated who paid who, and that comes from some of the accused paying the accused, and that is indicated in the confession statement. But you'd also recall that according to Brigadier Bongani Gininda, or at least the state's case, is that Kelly Khumalo sought the services of accused number 5 in order, of course, to organize the accused persons to then carry out this particular crime. But of course, those are things that the defense has been fighting fiercely in terms of the links between, the alleged links between Kelly and accused number 5, but also the issue around the bag of money that was allegedly found in accused number 3, accused number 3's phone. So they've been fighting that thing fiercely. Now, the question then comes, were the transactions in relation to money? Because, bank records were also sought. What did you find? And this is what Brigadier Bongani Gininda had to say.
Is there any chain of money from Miss Kelly Khumalo to the accused?
No, not electronically, my lord. There's no electronic evidence. In other words, money being transferred from her bank accounts to the...
What you are saying, Brigadier, in another way, from the bank records that you receive from the respective banks, there was no evidence to suggest that there was any payment from Ms. Kelly Khumalo into the respective account?
Indeed, I agree, my lord, but there was also not such assertions. As I'm saying, the payments that we are aware of were made in cash. As to how they got to the accused, who pay other accused, we don't have that chain of electronic transfer. The money was paid in cash.
So let's jog your memory. You have been on top of this case for the longest time. There were photographs of money in a transparent bag or plastic sack.
Yeah.
That photograph, in whose cell phones is it seen? This is from previous evidence. Are you able to recall what that was about?
Yeah, so you'd recall that according to, the evidence that we've heard before, this plastic bag that you mentioned was found in the cell phone downloads of accused number 3. The same picture was also found, according to Brigadier Bongani Gininda, in the phone of Kelly Khumalo as well as Longwe Twala. And this is what Brigadier Bongani Gininda says are links between Kelly and the accused, further links between Kelly and, the accused. There was a lot of talk about whether this was communication or whether there was communication between accused number 3 and Kelly Khumalo. And Brigadier Bongani Gininda pressed on what he had indicated initially, using the word communication between, accused number 3 as well as Kelly Khumalo. But he then subsequently says, look, there is a bag of money, which is what are links between, accused number 3 as well as Kelly Khumalo and Longwe. And that is also clearly stipulated, according to Gininda, in the diagram that was presented by the cell phone data analyst who came to testify in court. But there's another aspect around accused number 4 on whether or not he received the money that is alleged to have been dispersed here. And this is what he had to say.
So I want to mention in the statement of Sifiso Zungu that it does implicate the accused and said they acted, all of them, together in the killing of Senzo Meyiwa. We know that accused 1 and 2 received money, and he says all of them, they told him when he was talking to the accused that they were involved in the killing of Senzo Meyiwa. And we know these 2 were paid, and he says all of them were together, and he places them in the hostel that he saw them, he was there on that day. So logic, my lord, will dictate that if there's such assertion, how could it be when they say 5 acted in common purpose, they move together, this witness places them in the hostel, 2 will then get paid and 3 not get paid? It doesn't mention the amount, but he puts them together, and it is based on the private confession that was told to him by accused 2, my lord. And I think he makes reference to accused 1 as well.
So Brigadier Bongani Gininda remains on the stand for cross-examination. Linda Mnisi, thank you very much for today.